So yeah, guys. So you could see, right, like who has enrolled. So they are going to be under, yeah, I think everyone joined, right? Yeah. So the person who enrolled for your product, who has enrolled their interest towards your product, he's going to be under lead. Okay. So once he's going to make a purchase, he's going to be under opportunity as well. And the details where like you should see, right, like which person has made a purchase. So that's a place where you'll see this contact and account. So these two objects are always interconnected. Okay. So you as an individual, you will be working for one organization or firm or an account or company. So whatever you might take, okay. So for account, you have different names. And also you can, for example, your client, okay, they don't want it in the name as account. They want something in company. Okay, then you can also rename the standard object name to company. Okay, or you can also name it into organization or anything. So you will be able to rename a standard object. Okay, but you cannot delete a standard object because it's something that is provided in pre-built way or predefined by Salesforce. So you will not be able to delete a standard object. So if you go to Salesforce, okay. So if you take any object and I go to edit object, so I'll be able to see this object, okay. So I cannot delete this one. Okay. So I will not have an option like to delete. Okay. But if you take any custom object, okay. So the difference how you find out is, so this is the object manager. So imagine this is the home page and you need to go to object manager to see the list of objects available. Okay. So here you will be able to see the type of object. So this says standard object, which means these are the objects which are predefinedly provided by Salesforce. Okay. We haven't created this objects, but if you see custom object, right? So this is called as custom object. So this, yeah. So this is the one which I created by myself. Okay. So that is called as custom object. And the difference between standard objects and custom object is standard object API name is going to be this way, the directly, right? But in custom object, you are going to have something ending with double underscore C. So you need to understand this basic, rule in Salesforce. Okay. So without seeing, with seeing this API name itself, you should be able to find out what type of object it is, whether it is standard objects or custom object. Okay. So that's something you need to, get that into your mind. Okay. And if you see, you will have the option to delete this custom object because this is the object which got created by me. So I have the ability to delete this object. Meanwhile, if you see standard object, you won't get this option. So if you see here, you will get this delete option here, right? So by that you will be able to find out, okay, if you're able to delete this one, you're going to have this delete option here, which means that it's a custom object. Otherwise it's going to be standard object. Okay. So yeah, so this is something. So if at all, if Kishore Kumar has some problem, okay, Kishore Kumar has problem in product, he is going to raise a case. Okay, raise a case to customer service center. Okay, so he's going to raise case on customer service center. So which means that the customer service agent is going to look after the case and he's going to route it to the necessary person. So that person is going to look after the thing. Okay. So yeah, so that's one of the thing that you need to, you know, get into thing. Like you might be in confusion, like which, which object should be selected for which one. So I'm just telling you uses of different object. Okay, this is used to store your company details or organization details or account details, anything. And contacts, this is going to be the individual contact person. Okay, and he will be corresponding to one account, which means company. He'll be working under one company. So that's how these both are related. And if you take cases, of course, I told you, right? Like you can create a new case owner with the priority. I wanted some case to be solved within today. So I can have something like high or medium or low, something. Okay. And the case origin, it's going to be like if at all, if I'm going to call and inform the customer service center, they're going to have something like phone. Otherwise, if I have mailed them, they're going to have case origin as email. Otherwise, web, if I go to company website and log a case, okay. So that's how this case object is going to be. So Kishore Kumar, and he belongs to Accenture company, right? So that is also one of the thing that you can like mention. So obviously the case agent is going to look after this and say, okay, contact name is Kishore Kumar, and he's going to go inside Kishore Kumar. Okay. So he's going to go to Kishore Kumar. Sorry. Yeah. So he's going to go to Kishore Kumar and see what's his contact details. So here he'll be having mobile number. Imagine I'm giving some sorry, yeah, so I'm giving some mobile number. Okay. So what the case agent will do, he will just go into this particular thing, right? So he'll say, okay, contact name is Kishore Kumar, let me go to his contact and then see his phone number, and then he'll click on this to make a call to Kishore Kumar. Okay, so if you see this, see, you almost got this thing, right? Like once I click on this one. So this is how it's going to be for end user. Okay, so end user as in the person who will be working for your client's business. Okay, so imagine Accenture is a company and you're working under Accenture, right? So likewise for your you will be working for a client, right? Like the requirements and all you will be collecting for a client. So they are going to be your client and they're going to have the details in that, right? So yeah, that's how this is all related. Okay. So yes. So as I already told you, these are all products of Salesforce. So never mind. Do not focus too much on this. As I tell you each feature, like you'll be able to do. And these are all something that Salesforce by default, they have something like this. Okay. The force.com platform where you can build your visual force components, and site.com where you can design your email templates. Okay. And also data.com, like you have a tool called data loader to do a bulk update. Okay. So if at all, if you're going to do update for all these records, you can do that using one tool, okay, which I'll be teaching you. I think I haven't taught this to Kishore and Alagendri as well. So as I complete this, the automations and all, I thought of going with that because data load is one of the important operations that anything, anywhere, okay, anywhere you have to deal with it. Okay, so that's something you need to know. So how much ever you're well versed in Excel or thing, so data loading work is going to be, data migration part is going to be really easy for you guys. Okay, so if you are well versed with Excel sheets and their functions, okay, the formulas that you use in Excel, right? So if at all, if you're good in those things, yeah, of course, you can do update, because basically your client, they are not going to have the data just like that. Okay, obviously they're going to change the data, massage the data, or have anything updated. So what they'll be doing, they will just fetch you one Excel file like this and say, for these, imagine these are accounts. Okay, for these accounts, I wanted the number to be updated to this one. So you will have to use a tool. So imagine you can't individually go to each record and then change. Okay, that's going to be really hectic for you guys. So what you will be doing, you will be choosing a tool called data loader. So this is one tool that Salesforce by default, I mean, like Salesforce, not by default, you need to install this application from them. Okay, so this called data loader. So here if you see, if I wanted to insert records into this org, I can do. And here I can, like, before I do, I should log in with this credentials. Okay, so once I do this, I can select into which object I wanted to insert the records, or update or upsert, which means update If it is not there, it's going to update. Otherwise, no, if it is not there, it's going to be inserted. Otherwise, if at all, if it is already present, it's just going to update. So that's the meaning for upsert. Okay. And if at all, if you wanted to delete any set of records, or if you wanted to extract the data that is already there in the system, okay, so that option is called export. So these are all something that you will be able to do using data loader, which I'll be teaching you in future. Okay, so that is called as data.com and database.com. So obviously, if you wanted to store your data apart from Salesforce, you can use that and connect the database thing to your Salesforce org. Okay, and all these things, okay, Heroku, all these things. So these are all the developer things. It's not like you have to mandatorily use it, but if at all, if you have some requirements, yeah, developers will make use of this Heroku or Radian 6, all these things. Okay, and also App Exchange, which I was telling you yesterday, right? So in Salesforce we have a similar thing like Google Play Store. Okay, so that thing is called as App Exchange. So that is something which is available by default. So if at all, if you go to setup and type App Exchange, okay, so that's something you. It's not like you need to, you know, install it. If you type like this App Exchange Marketplace, okay. So once you click on this, you're going to get this. So here you're going to have all the apps available. Okay, so if you go to Google Play Store, you will have something like this, right? Like the ratings for that app and what does that app do, or reviews for that app. So these are all something that you will be able to find it out. Okay, so that's something that Salesforce also provides. So you can also create your own apps. Okay, so you can also create your own apps uh, in Salesforce, and you can make that app available for users. Okay, so not only like one user, anybody across the globe. So imagine I'm the person who's creating this PUBG game, and once I make it published, okay, so everybody who knows the name of the game, if they're going to type that name in the search bar, they're going to have that game displayed, and they'll be able to download it, right? So that's something similar to this. Okay, so if you see, this is something called as App Store. So yeah, you have that feature here. And Chatter Group, as I already told you, so Chatter Group is something similar to Facebook Wall. Okay, so in Facebook Wall, if at all, if you belong to any group, okay, any Facebook group saying Salesforce jobs and blogs, okay, so if at all I'm the person who's going to post any job posting saying that hey, we have opening in our company, who are the people who are under that group, only they will be able to see the post which I posted, right? Other people, they'll not be able to see or even know if I posted something. So that's something that Salesforce by default they provide. That feature is called as Chatter. Okay, Chatter Group, they say. Okay, and as I already told you, campaign, it is used to store marketing related information. And leads, yes, of course, leads means the person who is interested about your product. And yeah, campaign and lead, they fall under marketing cloud. Okay, so this is something that different types of lead they say. As you go to your business, yeah, you will be able to understand. So it's like business to business. If at all, the example which I told you, right? Kishore is some person who's going on behalf of Accenture. So it's going to be, he's going to be a B2B lead, okay, business to business lead. So if at all, if he's an individual person and he's getting those bags for his own purpose, like he's getting is for family members or something, so then he's going to be then that type of, so he's going to be business to customer lead. Okay, so this is something that you need to understand. And account, as I already told you, account is a it deals with company information. Okay, and yeah, account team member, that's also one standard object that Salesforce provides us. Okay, so under that account, if at all, if there are any members, like the point of contact members, okay, so you can define them under account team member. Okay, and also a person account. So that's one feature that you need to enable. Okay, that's one setting you need to enable. Only then you will get this person account object visible. Okay, so let me not confuse you with this one. So as of now, yeah, you need to remember account, contact. Of course, I told you, right? Like the point of contact. And opportunity, it helps in like fixing deal or agreement regarding product service. So these are all something that is there. And this is one of the main objects in Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce itself is help to leverage your sales. So in Sales Cloud, this is one of the important object. Okay, using this object, you are going to analyze how your product has done, or how your business is doing, or mm, which zone is doing which zone is doing business in a very good manner, or which zone is doing business in a low pace or low rate. So these kind of things you will be able to do using opportunity object. Okay, so those details will be under opportunity. Okay, and yeah, so yeah, as I already told you, account contact, these are all under Sales Cloud. And Service Cloud, of course, I told you customer service, right? The word itself says. So once they have made the purchase, they need some backend support or something like that, right? So in order to save those details, case, okay, the filing complaints, the complaints that gets registered against your product is a case object, okay? And also solutions, like for example, you'll be having FAQ zone there, right? Like where you once you have any problems, and already the users who have met with similar problem, so they will give that solution. So without having reached out to the customer service, if at all, if you look at the FAQ, sometimes your issues will be resolved, right? So that's the thing. Okay, so yeah, so I told you, right? Like to do analysis, you will have to learn about the reports, dashboard, and forecasting. So forecasting is also something that is there in dashboard. So this is something that I will teach you, like how to create a report, how to use a dashboard, all these things. Okay. So yeah, majorly the reports, dashboards, and all this will be viewed by higher level of hierarchy people in your company. Okay. So yes, so any doubts until today? Yeah, so if at all, if you guys have any doubt, like uh, like you can shoot out your questions. Otherwise, we can drop off. Okay. So I suggest you to create your own developer edition, Ashwin. Okay. So I provided you the thing, right? Like in your previous chat. So developer.salesforce.com. So once you click on that, you will be able to sign up, and yeah, that's just a basic step. Okay, if you follow that, you'll be able to set up your account. Okay, user account. So you will be able to see all these things. Okay, like the one which I showed you, right? Like this tabs, accounts, contact, all these objects. Okay. So just have a look at this one. So once you click on this gear icon and click on edit object, you'll be able to see different objects. Okay, like you will be able to see that object and fields under that object, all these things. Okay, let me not go to all these things. Okay, as of now, just look at like how the object is like, or the API name. Okay, so yeah, so this is something that you need to know. Okay, so okay guys, I think we can drop off. Let's meet tomorrow. Okay, okay, thank you guys, bye.